Hi guys, it's Alex. I wanted to talk about some Pokemon hidden references. So like stuff that you might not have noticed about the game. Some of it you probably have noticed, some of them are a little bit more obscure. Some of these I didn't know, some of these I did know. But if you guys like it, like I have down there, this could be a part 1 if you guys want more. I have 10 facts, so I can just put out another 10 facts. Just let me know in the comments, give me a like. Give me enough likes and I'll be like, cool, they like it. I'll put out another one. Otherwise, guys, just sit back, relax, and enjoy some hidden references. So guys, I'm going to start off by telling you where Pikachu's name comes from. It's actually a combination of two different things. First is it's an onomatopoeia for the word sparkle in Japanese. The word sparkle in Japanese, it sounds to them like Pika Pika. So they take the first half of that, just, in Pikachu. So the part of the onomatopoeia for sparkle is Pika. And then the second half it's the sound of squeaking in Japanese, which is expressed as choo choo. So they just took half of that and they throw it together with, half a sparkle. So it's Pikachu. So Pikachu is actually just sparkle squeak. Like that. That's what his name actually really means. Next, Pulseman. Pulseman was a game Game Freak created years before Pokemon, but a lot of people on the Game Freak staff who worked on Pulseman ended up working on Pokemon later on. And so there's a lot of references to Pulseman in Pokemon. I'm actually going to have a video on it by itself in the future. But Pulseman and Ladian, if you noticed, they're actually pretty similar in design. You could see the white hands, like the red and yellow kind of theme going on. They obviously made it, not completely the same because they weren't making a Pokemon when they made Ladian, but like their names are even kind of similar, Pulseman, Ladian kind of thing. So yeah, that Pokemon was influenced from Pulseman. The evil gang in Pulseman is called the Galaxy Gang. That's where Team Galactic in Japanese is actually Galaxy Gang. So that's where they get their name from. And also, Volt Tackle, the move itself, in Japanese, that's Voltasur. I probably really butchered that. But anyway, it's the same move that you see. It's like Pulseman's signature move. He's able to like redirect lightning and stuff. So the Volt Tackle and even the Super Smash Bros. Final Smash in Brawl for Pikachu is the same exact move as Pulseman's. So those are all references to Pulseman, which is a different game Game Freak created. This evolutions thing, I've always known, but I never looked at it very closely. I always heard like, oh, Venonat looks like Butterfree, but like, holy crap, guys. Holy crap. Look at those eyes. Look at the hands. Like, oh my god. Even like the nose. It's got antenna. So like, it's very, very similar. A lot of people speculated that was the true evolution line. And then it was supposed to go from Caterpie to Metapod to Venomoth. Or Venom... Yeah, Venomoth. Yeah, duh. You can look at the eyes on Metapod and Venomoth, and they look kind of similar. But like, holy crap. Butterfree and Venonat definitely look like they used to be an evolution line. That is, commonly heard around, but I just wanted to point out, like, holy crap. Alright, Coughing and Wheezing were originally going to be named NY and LA after the cities New York and Los Angeles, since both of the cities are known for their smog, and these are like the smog Pokemon. So we almost had Pokemon called Ni and La, I guess. I guess. Goldenrod City Gym, this one I knew, but I thought it was cool anyway. If you go and you face Whitney there, her entire gym is set up with a bunch of flower pots, and those flower pots, at least in the gold silver, they look like a Clefairy. Like, oh my god. And that, makes you face all the trainers, so that was very clever of them. But the whole thing looks like a Clefairy if you zoom out. And when they remade it in Heart Gold Soul Silver, they raised up the platforms instead of using flower pots, and that also looks like a Clefairy. I thought that was really cool. And why, yes, Whitney does use a Clefairy as well. So, in case you guys didn't know that, her gym is set up like a freaking Clefairy. Mental fears, guys. The psychic type in Pokemon is weak to bug, ghost, and dark type moves. These weaknesses are attributed to the fact that the human psyche is commonly afraid of ghost, the dark, and bugs. So if you have friends, someone's been afraid of the dark, people are afraid of ghosts. A lot of people have, an irrational fear of bugs too, like spiders and stuff. So that psychic typing, that's how, at least it's said that's how they got their weaknesses for it. They just figured psychic like the human mind, and what does the human mind fear? Almost irrationally, and it's those three things. So that's pretty cool, I thought. Helped me remember the type chart when I was younger, actually. Splash, which is not supposed to be splash. It's actually hop. So the move splash was a mistranslation of the word hop. And that explains why the moves type is normal and not water type. If you ever thought, like, how is the splash type normal? It's actually supposed to be hop. This also explains why Pokemon such as Hoppip, Wynot, and Baneri can all learn splash, because even though they're not like water Pokemon. But yeah, so either way, it's still useless. Pokedex numbers, guys. This is pretty cool, I thought. You look at Pikachu, he's number 25, right? You look at Meowth, he's number 52. Cat and Mouse, that's a very old rivalry. Those numbers are just switched around. Just flip 2 and 5 around and you have 52. So a lot of the Pokedex numbers are actually put there on purpose, which I thought was really interesting. And that also is one possibility why Team Rocket has a Meowth, because, Ash and Gang's, their mascots, is Pikachu, which is a mouse, cat and mouse, that whole kind of, chase game. Another one is Hitmonchan, which is number 107 in the Pokedex. However, in Nintendo's Punch-Out series, Little Mac, he's right there on the right. He's known for being tiny, and he weighs exactly 107 pounds. So that number could very well be a correlation that Nintendo threw in there just as like a little Easter egg to an older series that they had created. Pokemon in real life. All of the towns in the Kanto region actually correspond to towns in real life, and I have a video on this if you guys look up on my channel. It's like Kanto real life locations. Some quick ones here for you guys. If you look at the picture, the top one is the Kanto region in the games. The bottom is a Google Map version of Japan, which is in the Kanto region of Japan. So you can see they're shaped very similarly, and all of the towns and stuff are based off of real life locations. And in, like I said, my other video, I go over some cool facts about each of them, and they really make sense. They really match up, some of them, with the real life location. Like Viridian City is a place called Hakone Town. Mount Moon is Mount Akage, and all of their locations and stuff. It's really cool how well it matches up. I do know that they make the port town in the real life, major port town. Lieutenant Surge has got got all that water around his town, and it's a big port area, and that's accurate to real life too. So just wanted to point out that a lot of these places in Pokemon Red and Blue actually have a lot of real life significance, and you can actually walk the whole route you do in the Red and Blue games if you ever went to Japan. I mean, it would take you a long time, but you could totally do it. Mewtwo code in Pokemon Puzzle League, guys. You can unlock Mewtwo by using the code BUPLBA start A up R, which actually spells out Bulbasaur, believe it or not. I thought that was really cool. I never played the game, but I almost want to now just to test that out. I thought it was really clever they figured out they could spell Bulbasaur with the controller keys. And guys, that's going to do me for part 1. If you guys want to see another one, part 2, quick video anyway, I could just make it, throw it together. Let me know in the comments, give me some likes or something like that. And hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you guys thought any of these were cool. If you guys have any more in the comment section you'd like me to include in the next video, just let me know. And thanks for watching.